Hey guys, it's your girl Sunshine Z and we are here to do another video. Thank you so much for tuning in, clicking the video. Make sure you subscribe, like, share, all those great things. So as you guys could tell by the title of this video, we're here to talk about Emily B and Fabolous the rapper. In case you guys are not aware, they're having a current situation, a domestic violence situation going on right now, where Fabolous has been accused of allegedly punching her 7 times and knocking out her 2 front teeth. And she called her father and brother over because, you know, they were going at it and she was in fear for her life. So they came over basically to remove 2 pistols that he had there because he was, you know, fuming. And she just wanted him to basically just move him out of the way just in case he wanted to come home and make good on his threats. And he got there and went looking for him and became even more so enraged when he realized they were not there. He couldn't find them and he promised to shoot both her brother and her dad. And he did turn himself into the police and with his lawyer, his attorney, and they pretty much just gave him a slap on the wrist and let him go home. But today, or it may have been last night, but I just saw it today, where TMZ released footage of somebody apparently was recording them while the altercation was taking place, and he's cussing her out. She's clearly shaken up by this. She's screaming. She's backing away. She's afraid. Her father and brother are there and they're like, you know, cussing at him, but the brother seems like he's trying to keep the father from getting to her while she's dancing around the cars, basically trying to stay away from him. And it's not a laughing matter, so I'm not gonna make light of it because there's nothing I can really say to make light of it. There's nothing funny about the shit. It's really sad. But anyway, yeah, the footage is coming out and it seeming like, yeah, he was on one. And I really just don't know what to say. All I can say is that I wished him the very best. I hope and pray that she thinks long and hard before going back with him. Most likely she will. They have not been this model couple. They have had their issues. She was on Love and Hip Hop New York a long time ago, like when it first came out, and when Chrissy and Jimmy and Kimbell and all them was on there. And Fab wasn't even claiming his girl at one point. At one point, he wasn't even claiming her as his girlfriend. And I'm like, that's crazy. But she stayed. You know, she loved him. Ain't my situation, so it ain't my business to judge her. But I will say, as a grown-ass woman, if you're not going to claim me, we got a motherfucking problem. If they can put your hands on me, bitch, you got an even bigger problem. On top of that, the most saddest part is that they have 2 beautiful children, 2 little boys who are just gorgeous together. And most likely they're seeing these things because I heard her screaming, but when I listened closer, it sounded like I heard a child crying. And I know from experience, unfortunately, that when grown-ups get into it and children are there, they typically will start crying because they're shaken up. They don't know what to do. And I kind of understand a little bit from each angle, just a wee bit, but then it takes me back to my current self where I understand, like, this is stupid. What I feel about the whole Fab situation, I feel like he should have never put his hands on her because he's a grown-ass man. He's stronger than her, and she is the mother of his children. And most likely they're going to be there. They're going to see, hear, or witness some sort of tension that's going to make them uncomfortable or make them fearful. And I don't feel like he shouldn't have put his hands on her. He should have just got over it. They're saying that the reason that they got into the whole situation is because he was in LA or Las Vegas one. He was in LA and she was out there too at the same time and didn't tell him. So he must have thought she was trying to creep up on him and catch him, which sounds like typical dude ass shit because they want to sneak and do what they want to do. And if they think you somewhere around trying to catch them, they want to beat you getting mad when they the one in the motherfucking wrong to begin with. But that's not the problem. No matter what you felt, how you saw this, or she was trying to be sneaky and catch you, it doesn't matter because if you're not doing nothing you ain't got no business doing, you ain't got shit to worry about in the first goddamn place. And if I find out my motherfucking bitch in the same city that I'm in, look, where she at, okay? Look, babe, where you at? Because I'm trying to fuck. Where you at? Let me pull up. You know what I'm saying? Get in the shower and be ready when I get there so we can hunch on each other type of shit. I ain't gonna be mad. I want to fuck. But if I might try to fuck somebody else, then I might get mad because bitch, you trying to catch me. Like, what the fuck you doing out here? You know, that whole flip the script shit. But the shit is just sad because we've been watching this shit for years. We've been watching this shit for years with Emily and Fab, where he does fucked up shit. He cheats on her. He's disrespectful. He is just like, he got a whole lot of nerve, and I really feel like he got the ugly dude complex because he had that chipped tooth and all that. And I think he had the ugly dude complex. He probably didn't get a lot of play till he started rapping. And now since he got a little bit of, you know, whatever, he feels like he's the shit. And don't get me wrong, I like some of his songs, especially I'm So Into You with Tamia. That's one of my faves. But you don't treat nobody like that, Fab. You've been disrespecting this woman for a long time. But at the same time, Emily, I gotta call a spade, baby. You've been letting him disrespect you. You've been allowing a lot of this shit to go on. And I understand it's not my situation. I'm not there. You love him. You got children with him. So, of course, you want to have that family dynamic. We have too many little black boys and girls growing up without a father and mother in a home and experiencing the happiness of that and the healthiness that can bring. But if you got both of the family and both of the parents in the home and it's unhealthy and the children are watching things like domestic violence and abuse, you're not helping. You're not helping the situation. So I don't know who this is for, if it's for you or what. It seems that they're married now as well, and that's some shit that I wasn't aware of. And if I did find out, I didn't think about it because they weren't talking about it. It wasn't no big thing. And that's just like typical Fab. It's like he just wants her there for his convenience, but he doesn't really give a shit because he still wants to do what the fuck he wants to do. And I think because they have those children, he doesn't want to be financially, you know, stuck with paying alimony, child support, all those things, because he don't want to be sitting down with no children no way, because he want to run around and stick his dick every which way, which he needs to stop. But my thing is, they're going to make it for the kids very hard, and the kids are going to end up being one of a few ways. They're either going to say, you know what, my mama let it happen. When I get me a girlfriend, I'm going to beat her ass too if she don't like it. Or my daddy got me fucked all the way up, and we're going to protect her the next time he bring his bitch ass over here. We're going to try to protect our mom because we're tired of seeing her cry. You done knocked the teeth out of her mouth and all kind of other shit. Or they can feel like they just are disgusted with the both of you, and I don't want to be around either one of you. Y'all are embarrassing us, you know, type of thing. It can go a lot of ways. Me personally, I made a choice to have my mom's back. It was what it was. It is what it is. I don't care. I don't feel bad about it. My father was abusive to, my biological father was abusive to my mother. He used to beat my mother. My grandfather and my uncle came over there as well several times when my granddaddy had shotguns, because he from the South, you know, they had the shotguns and all that. My granddaddy came with his shotgun several times and shot at my daddy. I think one of my uncles did shoot my father. You know, it was what it was. He was beating my mom's ass, beat her ass while she was pregnant with me, kidnapped us both after she had me. And now my mama didn't tell me all these things to try to make me feel no certain kind of way about my dad. My dad was in prison, you know, after a while. By the time I was big enough to really understand what was going on, my father was in prison, and he did send letters, and he always told me he loved me, and I would, you know, write him back and stuff. But naturally, so as a child, I was inquisitive. I wanted to know what happened, you know, where is he, why is he not here, blah 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 blah. And I had cousins that weren't very nice, so they would say mean things to me like, your daddy's side of the family, all they do is eat Goya beans, you're a mutt type of thing, and your daddy used to beat your mama ass, just all kind of fucked up shit. So naturally, so I started asking my mom, like, mommy, you know, what's this? And she told me the truth, and I respect that. She never bad talked my daddy. She never, you know, tried to turn me against him or nothing like that. She simply told me the truth because I wanted to know. And when I realized that, you know, this is what he did, even though it was before I was old enough to really understand, I made a decision, because I'm like, I see this woman who works hard and she gives everybody everything. I've seen her be taken advantage of by friends and just family members and stuff. How could you beat her? How could you hurt her? How could you beat her with me inside of her? If you beating her with me inside of her, that means you don't give a fuck about me neither. So fuck you. And that's just what it was. And I did end up meeting my father when I was like 23 in prison. My mama never let me go to prison to see him. That's the only thing she would not let me do with him, was go visit him, because she did not want her little girl learning to go visit niggas in jail, which I respect and I appreciate her for that. So I did go meet him when I was an adult. It was my choice, okay? And I went. It was lovely. I had a good first meeting with him, but when he got out, he was institutionalized, and he decided he was going to attack my mother again. But this time he thought he was going to do it verbally, but this time I was grown, and this time I cussed his ass out, and he cussed me back out, called me fat bitch, fuck you, all kind of shit. And I was like, that's cool, pussy nigga, go back and play. You know, I'm not gonna say what I said, but I said some more fucked up ass shit because bitch, you got it fucked up. But I say all that to say this: the decisions that Emily and Fabolous are making right now are going to affect their children one way or another. Those kids are seeing this. They're being affected by this. They know what's going on. These children be all online. They know every goddamn thing. You can think they don't, but they do. So I think that she really needs to think long and hard. I would never just say, oh, leave your man, don't go back, bitch. You bet. I don't know what their situation is. Maybe she like not being claimed. Maybe she likes certain shit that I just don't happen to like. You know what I mean? So I can't say that, but what I will say is, Emily, I hope that you think long and hard before taking your ass back with him. Consider everything. Consider everything he's done. Consider that he's done all these things, and at this point now he's threatening to kill you and go looking for guns like he gonna do it. You done saved him once again, because you always have his back, and I will give you that. But you have saved him again, because if you would have left those guns there, he most likely would have shot them bitches off at one of you. He probably wouldn't have shot you, but he damn sure would have shot at you. And somebody was recording anyway, so he would have gotten in more trouble. He got a slap on his wrist because he was talking shit because you hid the guns. But had you left them there, he probably would have made good on that promise. And it probably would have been much worse. Or he could have probably fucking killed you. Who knows? He could have shot the gun off and the bullet could have ricocheted and got one of the kids. This is a lot of shit that could have happened. It could have happened, but my thing is this. Just think about it. Think about it long and through. Think about your children. Think about their mental healthness. Excuse me, not healthness. Mental wellness. Think about their emotional wellness. Think about their physical well-being. Think about all the things that come into play. It's not just about you and Fab. Well, y'all done brought children in this shit, man. You got to think. You can't be selfish because you want to be with him and you don't want to be without your man. You don't been holding him down all this time. I understand all of that, honey. But when do we change it up? When do we say, you know what, I'm going to choose to be respected. I'm going to choose to be loved. I'm going to choose to be valued. I'm not going to let my love for him take away the love that I got for myself and my kids and their safety and their happiness. Because this shit ain't no game. And this shit ain't just happened. Nah, not the way she was acting. This shit been going on. This is just the first time they had a camera to this shit. That's all. That's all. This shit been going on. Just got a camera this time. And honestly, it's just I feel so many ways, but there's certain stuff I know I just don't want to say on here. But I don't agree with what Fabolous did. But I am going to say this. I have been in a situation, and I do understand him coming home pissed off because me and my bitch is in an argument and we're going through it. I have been in a situation where me and my dude was in an argument. We're mad. I get home. I'm in the house. He calling his people. So now his sisters and her girlfriend and shit showing up at my shit like they finna do something. And I made a threat too. But I was definitely serious about my threat because I felt like this. If you gonna come to my house and think you finna threaten to hurt me like somebody's hurting him, that's your ass. So I politely stood at the top of my steps with my weapon and said, the moment you touch through that threshold, your ass is mine. And I meant that because you can't come in nobody's house and think you're gonna do what the fuck you want to do. Now, I had not knocked this nigga teeth out. And I had not even went upside his head yet. But I did go upside his shit after a second because, bitch, you had me fucked up. What you calling them over here? What the fuck they gonna do? So, on that though, I understand. But I'm a girl. I'm a woman. You're a man. If my boyfriend at the time really wanted to hurt me, he could have because he was much stronger than I am. You know what I mean? She can't do nothing to him. She's a woman. There's not a whole lot that she can do physically outside of getting something. And that's not to say that women are supposed to put their hands on men, because it's really not. You're not supposed to do that. And I learned the shit the hard way. You know, I will fight a guy if he fucking puts me in no position but to do so. But I won't just walk up and start trying to fight guys, because, bitch, they will hit your ass back, and that shit hurt when they hit back, and, bitch, your ass can fall, and things can happen. And the reason I know how it affects children is because, like I said, I made a decision on my own. But by that time, my daddy was already in prison. He was far away. He could not hurt me. And I never saw my father hurt my mother. Now, when he hurt her and kidnapped us and stuff, yeah, I saw it. But I was a baby, so I don't remember any of it. I just know what happened because of, you know, people telling me or whatever. But there was a situation where myself and that same ex that I just referenced, we were living together. And one night he decided he was mad, so he put his hands on me. And he knocked me to the ground. And when he knocked me to the ground, my child was sitting on the living room couch right there. We were in the living room. And my son, he just jumped off the couch and went straight for him and just went to punching and kicking. I never seen my son fight so viciously before, but he was like, get away from my mom. You get off of her. And he just was punching, kicking. And I'm already getting back up because I'm ready to fight now. So I'm already getting back up. Part of me is hurting and really sad because my son is having to defend me. Why is this 7-year-old trying to defend my big grown ass? And why the fuck did I put him in a situation, in a relationship that was toxic and kept the shit going? Because I want to do it, and not realizing and not caring that this stupid ass, unhealthy ass shit around my child is not good, and now he's forced to physically have to defend me. Needless to say, I did get my ass off the floor pretty quick, and I got my son safely out the way, and I beat the dog shit out of my ex. I did. I beat his ass. He was bloody and bruised. I told that ass up because, bitch, you don't put your motherfucking hands on me. I don't give a damn. Now, he did not hit me no more. He didn't hit me no more. But the relationship, it was toxic. It was time to end the shit. I should have been into the shit. But at the time, I was trying to do this, that, and the third. He was paying the bills. So, you know, you let some shit you let happen when you financially are dependent upon someone. And that is why I don't want to be financially dependent on anyone. You know what I'm saying? And I think that may be Emily's thing, too. Fab takes care of her. But at what cost? You know what I mean? What cost? What is this doing to you as a woman? You think this is okay? He's done these things to you before. He's mistreated you, embarrassed you, and you still stick this shit out. Bitch came into your whole party. That's why Christy whooped the ass, because the bitch came to your whole party telling me she done fucked your man. You know, I feel like this shit was coming. I saw this shit coming. I didn't see it coming. Excuse me. I didn't see it coming like this with the fighting and shit, but I did feel like their relationship was going to eventually hit a rough patch, because it was always fucked up. From the time we were introduced to the whole Emily B and Fabolous situation, the shit was fucked up. He ain't claiming you. We don't know shit about you. He don't show up for this. He don't show up for that. It's like he didn't give a fuck. Some people try to attribute it to, oh, he just don't like the cameras around his personal business. No, that motherfucker want to do what the fuck he want to do. Fabolous been doing what he want to do. He's slimy, grimy, and he abusive now. Fuck him. He need to take his ass on, because he's not changing. This man is probably in his 40s or on his way to his 40s. He's been doing this shit for years. You've been with him for over 10 years at this point, and he has not changed anything. So, like I said before, I cannot tell you what to do, but I can let you know what I think you should do, which is just think it through before you go back and make the best decision that you can. If you feel like it's worth it and you're okay with that shit, then by all means, what the fuck you want to do. But I wouldn't do it. I personally wouldn't do it. Knowing what I know now, going through what I've been through, I would never put myself or my child or anyone else back in that situation. And I hope that whatever happens, y'all can be cool and respectful and do the best thing that's in the best interest for those children, because it don't make no sense. They shouldn't have to see that. They shouldn't have to feel that. They shouldn't have to experience that. It's not fair. They didn't ask for any of this. So that's really my thoughts on it. Like I said, I understand her side, a little bit of his side, but not completely. But all of that played a part in it. Everything played a part in it. And Fabolous, you really should be ashamed of yourself, sir. You should. You should be ashamed of yourself. And that's pretty much all I got for it. That's it. You know, I'm going to let y'all go. I love you all. Take care of yourself. Let me know in the comments, have you guys ever dealt with domestic violence? Have you guys ever dealt with spousal abuse, or, you know, exes that had their families involved in your business that shouldn't even been there, and them calling them over there like they're going to do some shit to you? Just stupid ass shit. Let me know what y'all done went through, so we can maybe converse about this and maybe figure out a little plan or something we can do to help each other, uplift each other with this situation, because it happens every day. It doesn't matter whether you're rich or poor. Everybody falls in love and everybody has issues. It just is what it is. But how you choose to handle those issues and settle those disputes is how you shape your future. So I wish you all the best of luck. Bye.